Changing problem behavior. As a parent or caretaker, you are certain to have witnessed problem behaviors at some point: grabbing, pinching, kicking, dropping to the floor, hitting, ignoring directions which are clearly understandable to him or her, pulling hair, running away, throwing toys, screaming. Problem behavior can look very different from one child to the next. However, there are some overarching rules for dealing with many types of problem behavior. Responding to problem behavior, controlling the consequence. As soon as your child engages in problem behavior, your first response should be to remove all reinforcement. In other words, make sure that your child is no longer getting anything he or she enjoys at the moment. This will look a little bit different from one scenario to another. Next, give your child a task or several tasks he or she must do without any problem behavior, also referred to as putting a demand on. These tasks should be things that are easy for him or her, and could be things like sit in chair and stand up. The exception to this step would be if your child is having problem behaviors and loves hearing you talk to him or her. In this case, telling your child to do something like stand up would actually be enjoyable for him or her and would give him or her all the more reason to continue in the problem behavior. Once you've presented a task for your child to complete, continue to present it over and over, keep the demand on, until your child does it appropriately. After your child has completed your demands without any problem behavior, begin to bring back the things that he or she likes. This is called reinforcing. When you follow this procedure, you are teaching your child that problem behavior leads to a consequence that he or she doesn't like, which is that good things are removed. When your child then completes demands you give without any problem behavior and you reinforce him or her for that, you are showing that the consequence for positive behavior is getting good things. You are controlling the consequences, and that means that you get to decide what behavior is acceptable and what behavior is not acceptable. Avoiding problem behavior, controlling the antecedent. Controlling the consequence of your child's problem behavior can go a very far way in changing behaviors. And, fortunately, you can reduce problem behaviors even more by changing the antecedents that usually lead up to them. If you want to cut down on unnecessary episodes of problem behavior around your home and community, start with some antecedent detective work. Figure out patterns that you notice in different scenarios. Is there a certain time of day when problem behaviors are more common? Do you see any patterns in problem behavior related to where your child is, who she or he is with, what people around him or her are doing, or what activities he or she is doing before problem behavior begins? By doing a little observation and brainstorming, you may discover that you cannot or should not change some antecedents in your child's problem behavior. However, you may also discover that you can entirely avoid other problem behaviors without your child losing opportunities to learn skills that are needed for life.